You had a good time on your vacation?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And the weather good?
Weather's perfect. Yeah,
Not too hot, not too cold?
there you go. We had 2 days in the low 80s, we had 3 or 4 days in the high 70s. The worst part about it was.
Apparently no public comments today, no microphone.
Mosquitoes,
Okay.
they were terrible.
I don't need to.
I like it.
Yeah, I bet you do. That's a great idea.
I hadn't even thought about that. I signed a proclamation there the other day and we just got it out of the way and
You still wait.
so,
Not good.
No explanation or.
You know, we just
should I wait on that?
hope and pray everything goes good.
But that's making it very clear that I can't talk about.
It's in the lower lanes.
Everybody,
I don't think I need an email or anything, so.
I got a picture over here, and, those little patients,
Oh,
the,
I don't have it.
Preds, put them on there.
Oh, the internet. But I think it worked the other day.
Talk really loud.
Okay, we're gonna have to.
We have to turn it on in there, but I don't know how.
Show them on the big screen.
Yeah, I know, but
And,
the, live stream is not working.
so they'll have a video of.
No, this or not.
When it gets going.
You can holler.
She looks a lot like her mother.
Yeah.
Well, you can even get on that drum. No. But you can see all that she's got.
You said 5?
She's 5, yeah.
Okay,
Just a-
hey, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. We have some, electronic issues right now, so try to speak with as high volume as you can, when you do talk. So, it's possible this works, but the live stream,
Maybe it's probably.
That's
no
unbelievable.
probably, we'll like it on that, so.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, so we're gonna call the meeting to order, and, I'm gonna get Ms. Phyllis to do roll call.
Vice Mayor Dale,
Present.
Alderman Elder,
I'm here.
Alderman Langford,
Here.
Alderman Linder,
Here.
Alderman Proctor,
Here.
Alderman Rubel,
Here.
all present.
Okay, we only have one item on the agenda, new business. It is the resolution for the 25-26 budget amendment. I don't know why I'm speaking into this microphone. So, and Joel's gonna come up and talk to us about this.
The state of Tennessee always reviews our budgets. This time they found a few oddities that need to be corrected and need to be readdressed by the board. So it's a revised budget, it's not a new budget, there's just a few line items. If you look at the bottom of page 1 of the resolution, 2026-10-1, the property tax, when the budget was put before the board in June, it did not have an increased line of property tax because it had not yet been passed by the board. So the mayor had projected a small increase in property tax based on increases in values and new properties, but we didn't know for sure that you were gonna approve the property tax increase, so we didn't have to increase on that line item. So by you increasing the property tax by, I think it was a nickel, down there at the bottom, the increase of 79,000 can now go on that revised budget. Originally, I believe it was 1,825,000. We increased by 79 because that's the projected increase, how much revenue will come in. Aviation fuel, in one of those line items, the aviation fuel revenue was adjusted down to a reasonable amount, but the expenses still showed way too much. So basically, the original budget was showing aviation fuel around 60,000 and the cost 110,000. So that was obviously an oversight. So the revised budget shows aviation fuel expenses should be about 50,000, or appropriated, 50,000 is appropriate for aviation fuel purchases. On the second page, the postage was too high. On the natural gas fund, the only other one that we're revising, they found that there were, the revenue did not support the projected expenses. And going back over those, I've realized that there was 3,000 was a better revised number than 8,000. Lease expense was decreased to 12,500. Interest expense for the lease, the way the lease of vehicles is figured, there's a portion of interest which is calculated and put on the books. We did not have that line item on there. And then at the same time, they had noted, hey, you haven't got any interest income coming in from that revenue source. You know, money in the bank should draw interest. So I just added a reasonable number of 2,000 to the interest income, where we had 0. That's it.
Is that lease expense just general fund or all vehicles?
It is general fund, water, and gas. They all have vehicles that are leased, and a portion of that payment is calculated to have interest in it, principal and interest.
When will the lease be up on these vehicles?
In November,
I don't know.
except you got an
I believe it is during 2026 fiscal year. I believe that's the last fiscal year for it.
We're currently talking to Enterprise about all those things right now. They're not all, I don't think, at the same time. It's based on mileage.
Another question, when the lease is up, are we gonna try to turn them in, get new ones, or are we gonna buy them, or what?
Well,
Or have we crossed that bridge yet?
we haven't really crossed that bridge yet, but we are currently talking to Enterprise, but we weren't able to do anything yet until the budget passed anyway, so.
And I
We'll
thought,
have a hard time trading with them.
I thought the original resolution that was passed, the lease, said that we couldn't buy, that we weren't going to buy at the end of the lease. I think that's right.
I'll have to
Look
look
it
into
down.
to all of that, but Enterprise is coming back at the end of the month, I think, to talk to us about that, so.
How much do we have to take out of the reserve with the modified budget?
It actually adds money to the reserve of about,
I'm sorry, I can't hear
the gas fund realizes additional money going into the reserve because of the revision. There's about, Phyllis, if you look on your budget, how much is the bottom line on
I don't have any.
the gas? It's a gas budget. I believe it went from a negative 7,000 to a positive 17,500.
Are you talking about gas?
you. No, I'm talking about the budget that we've gone through a lot with us and done the reduction.
Well, the budget on gas is increasing. The budget now, the revised budget has more going into reserve than it did before.
Yes,
Because
I
of the
understand.
revision.
But before, we were having to take some out of the reserve
Right.
to balance it.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying, how much do we have to take out of the reserve now?
You
We're
don't.
adding back in 120,000.
You don't, in gas fund, it showed a negative amount where you were pulling some out of the reserve with a revision. Now you're putting money in the reserve
Yes,
of about,
but at the end of the general fund, with these additions, how much are we taking out of the reserve now? Because, forget the gas just a minute.
okay.
On the general fund, we were having to take money out of the reserve.
Okay, so I know the answer. We're adding 79,000 because of the property tax increase. We are adding 60,000 because of the error in the fuel.
Yeah, rough figure's 150,000.
Right, okay, I believe it was, we were and 24 out of the balance. I believe now we're we are adding, or we're taking out only about 108, I believe.
Okay.
And back to the gas fund, we're adding 17,000 now instead of taking out about 7.
But that doesn't have to do with funding.
No.
But that's okay, I just wondered.
That's right. Good question.
Any other questions? Okay, is there a motion on the table about the resolution?
I'll make the motion. It's gotta be done.
Okay, all right.
And I will second it.
Alderman Lindsey, second by Alderman Proctor. Let's do a roll call vote on that.
Alderman Elder,
Yes.
Alderman Langford,
Yes.
Alderman Linder,
Yes.
Alderman Proctor,
Yes.
Alderman Ruzell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Dale,
Yes.
motion passed.
Okay, now I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I think we need to adjourn.
Okay, a motion by Alderman Elder to adjourn, do I have a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Alderman Linder, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Get out.